Hello and welcome to another custom figure review. Today, because it's the 10th episode, we're going to be looking at a set. And today's set is the first Doctor's TARDIS console room, based upon the one from Adventure in Space and Time. Now, to start with, we'll look at the main set, I think, first. If I just go across. As you can see, there are lights behind. If we go across to here, you can see they're all the way along and at the top as well. This means that when it's darker on this side, you'll be able to see it easier. That the wall does light up, and it is controlled, so I can change it from flickering on, off. And then the one I had it on before, which is just a nice steady flicker from one to the other. That is basically just that for that. Excuse the police siren. Yeah, and that goes all the way around. I just take this off. You can see it goes all the way around as well. And yeah, basically that's the main backing set. It is made out of foam board, which is just this I don't know what to say. It's sort of plasticky paper, and then with foam in the middle. And if we zoom in, you can see there. And these have all been cut out by hand, all of them, all the way around. And that's 3 separate walls, all connected. Next we'll look at, just move the console out of the way, at these. I don't know what they're called, but all I know is that they were there, so they're from the original TARDIS. Now they're meant to be bronze, but they're sort of gold. That is because I don't have bronze paint, I didn't want to buy it for it. And these are quite simple actually. It's a bit of foam board at the bottom, like on the walls, and it's actually in the middle, as you can see. If I push it in, is just card. It's just a card tube. You can see at the top there. It goes all the way from the top to the bottom, and that's glued in. And then all of these details, the ridges at the bottom, these bits as well. And the top bit is all milliput actually, which gives them they're light, but they are the milliput does give them some weight, which means that they will not fall over. They're slightly bent, so because of the way that they were built, but in certain positions they do seem straight, which is fine. And yeah, they were just painted gold, and they sit by the door, which is good. Yeah. Just thinking where to not in that one. Hold on, I'll just get in a figure. There it is. Here we go. And there's the first Doctor from An Unearthly Child. And yeah, the doors do actually open, by the way. Oh, stand up, please. They do actually come off entirely, which is a sort of a shame. Yeah, the back here, I forgot to say, is that it's they've just been backed with a piece of baking paper, basically, which means that the lights are a lot more faded, so that it doesn't look like there's obvious lights behind. Gives a nice impression, and obviously there's white paper behind to reflect the light. And yeah, that's that. Now let's look at the centerpiece, the console. Now this is based upon a AFT set. Hold on. I'm just getting the original down. That's the original. This is the one that Tom edited using an AFT set and Photoshop, and he turned that into an Adventure in Space and Time console. Basically using that because there were actual images of the console from above. I've just made it in 3D out of foam board and various other things. As you can see, there's a hole at the bottom. Yeah, it's just basic foam board as the structure, which means it's quite strong. Around the edges here is a piece of card to smooth out the edges so that it looks correct. This bit here at the bottom, that is also another bit of card. As you can see there, there's a, if I just get that in focus, you can see there is a little gap there where that was supposed to be covered up, but that's just where the card meets the back, and that just gives it a nice elevated appearance. These bits down here have also pieces of card that have been cut and shaped to fit and then painted, and that sort of creates, that'll probably work better. And yeah, that gives the nice 3D feel and look of the consoles. In the centre there was two pieces of foam board that came up, and that's also been covered by card to flatten out the surface to make it look right. And then all of these details, what was that? Bits of foam board, bits of wire and bit of blue tack that have been glued, super glued on, tiny little, if we just zoom in, that's gone too far, there we go. You can see all the little details and the little pen marks and things, all the little switches, all painted and all realistic to the actual set. All these levers as well on this side, which I think looks really good. And this side as well. These are meant to be the ping pong light bits. Obviously I haven't got real lights in them because they're way too small. If you can just, hang on, I'm trying to get my fingers quite, just shows you how big they are. I mean, that's a figure foot, so it's quite large. Very, very big. I mean small, that's the one. Yeah, they're very small. Very small, detailed. Here you can see the what they're called, those bits, and the radiation dial thing. And then more around here. This is come unstuck. That needs to be put down again. And I think that's all the way around. And I've sort of made a mess with all the wiring. As you can see here, if you just focus, there we go. Inside, this is where a wire goes from an LED set. It goes for, I think they're Christmas lights, yeah, Christmas LED lights, and they go all the way in and then up through the middle into the rotor. And you can see there them lighting up like so. This hole was originally for, you can see in there, This hole was originally so for a lever to go into the side, so that the rotor could go up and down, which I think I removed because the wiring inside made it hard to control that. However, I'll zoom out, there we go. If we zoom out, the actual rotor does go up. There we go, there's the lights. It does go up and down if I need to. For animation it's much easier if it's not moving on its own, because then I can slowly move it all the way around, etc. This is just basically a piece of clear tubing. At the top there is a little bit there. It means I can gain access to it when I need to. If we zoom in, there you go. You will notice there is detail on the inside, including the two balls. Right at the base is, if it will, excuse the truck. There we go. Inside you can see there's that little bowl thing. That's made out of wiring painted silver. Obviously the LEDs flicker on and off around. There we go. At the top, in the centre, right in the centre is the wavy piece. At the top it's got the diagonal black and white as well, and obviously you got the clear pieces in the middle with pieces of white card on three of the bits, three parts of it, to give it a look of where the LEDs are, so it lights up as though they are the lights. But yeah, so that can do that, and yeah, that's what the console looks like. Just move it around like that. There we go. That is a review of the custom console and console room. Thanks very much for watching. I will see you in the next one. Enjoy.